Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Tuesday the 27th of April 2021. Today's puzzle is classified as medium, so hold on to your hats while I just quickly mention that some good news is that the US has decided to give away, well, not give away, but give away 60 million shots of vaccine to other countries, which is great. Probably most of it will go towards India, although when you think of the size of the population of India, it's not exactly going to make a huge dent, but it will certainly have a good effect. So that's some good news there. Let's hope the rest of the world can gain vaccines as quickly as possible. Today's Sudoku puzzle is given as medium, but the Guardian flies loose and fast with its terminology. So you may be a beginner. So if you are, how to deal with this thing in front of us, the Sudoku grid. It has 9 squares in each of its rows across, 9 squares in each of its columns down. And since there are 9, we place digits 1 to 9 in each of them. And so of course each number can appear once only. We have 9 of these larger boxes, and numbers 1 to 9 need to go in those. This box has no numbers at the moment, and this box has 5 numbers already. So you may think, well, this is the obvious place to start, and it sometimes is, but not always. So how do we find these numbers? We look and see what we can see, really. So for example, this 4 in this column means that this can't be a 4 because there's already a 4 here. There are only 9 squares in this column, so we can only fit numbers 1 to 9 once. So this 4 blocks this square effectively from being a 4. This 4 blocks this square from being a 4, and this 4 blocks this square from being a 4. So this one here is a 4. I hope that made sense to you. If not, you're in trouble. No, if not, just keep at it. 6 blocking this column here, 6 blocking this column here means that that square there is a 6, and 6 across this row, 6 across this row. You know, imagine a kind of blocking pattern like this, and 6 down here stopping that 6. So that has to be a 6 there. 4 across this. No, actually, you would imagine, oh, we have to keep looking down here, but no, sometimes not. Because here we can see the 4 across this row, 4 across this row, 4 in this column, 4 in this column. So in fact, we have 4s intersecting everywhere except this square here. So in fact, even though there weren't any numbers there, that was easy to find a number. So it's not always the obvious thing. But of course, sometimes it is the obvious thing. There's 3 blocking down here. This 3 blocking across here gives us a 3 here. And when you consider up this column, 3 blocking here and 3 blocking here, and this 3 blocking this square here, then that has to be 3. That's one way of looking at it. You could have decided that this column doesn't yet have a 3, and so this square is blocked by this 3, and this square blocks this 3, and so needing a 3 somewhere in this column, that's the only space available. Okay, there's 5 blocks down this column here, and so that's got to be a 5 there. And here we have 7 blocking across here, 7 blocking across here, and 7 down here. So that's our 7 just here. I wonder what's missing from here. 1 certainly, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 7. Anything intersecting there? Nope, nothing helps us there. Okay, so this 6 blocks along this column here, and 6 blocks along here. So that means the 6 will appear either here or here. We can't quite pin it down yet, but we know it's one of those 2 squares. So let's imagine that it's either this one or this one, and then that will eventually block this row here, right? So this 6 blocks the top row. The one of the pair of 6s will block this row. This 6 blocks this column, so there's only one space left for a 6. It's got to go there. There's 3 now blocking this row, there's 3 blocking this row, there's only one square left. That's got to go there. Seem to be missing lots of 1s, 2s and 7s. I seem to be finding a slight pattern I'm observing here. Okay, what's missing here? So we don't have a 1 yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8 and 9. The 9 blocks here, the 9 comes here. How about the 8 or the 1? Nope, can't tell just yet. Okay. You have to experiment, look around and see what grabs you. Here, okay, so we don't have a 3 in this column yet, the last 3 squares in this segment, but we have an intersecting 3 here and an intersecting 3 here. So that goes there, leaving us with a 1 and a 9 there, which again doesn't help us substantially, I'd say. Seems to be an engine revving somewhere, excuse the noise. Can't do much about that. Okay, 4 in this column here, 4 in this column here, 4 across this row, 4 across this row. So again, just the same simple technique to let us see a number very easily. Just this kind of rows and columns, running your eye along these rows and columns. It's not that tricky, really. That's really annoying, that revving engine. I wish they'd go away. Never mind. We shall try to focus. Excuse me, I'm being quiet for an inordinate amount of time, because I'm not seeing anything useful. Of course, we can spot pairs, but I mean, I'd rather just fill in the number if possible at this stage. Okay, I've got one. We don't yet have a 5 in this column, right? But this 5 blocks this square, this 5 blocks this square, this 5 blocks this square, so that's the only square left in this column that is not intersected by a 5. 5 here, 5 here. Actually, there's a 5 here as well, or that way. So we can write in a 5 up there. We don't yet have a 9 in this column either, and this 9 stops that from being a 9, this 9 stops that from being a 9, so that is a 9. And I believe the last numbers here are 1 and 2 in this column. As I said to you before, lots of 1s and 2s are missing around. There's also 7s. So this 2 blocks this square, so that has to be 2, and the last number here is 1. That's good. This has to be a 1 now, doesn't it? Because, you know, a 1 will appear in this column somewhere. One of these 3 squares will be a 1, and so it will block these 2 squares here. And therefore, that has to be a 1, 2. 1, 2, just a 1. Or 1 also, maybe I should say. We're missing 7 and 9 here. We have an intersecting 9, so that's our 9, that's our 7. Down here in this column we have one number missing, and it's a 7, so we can fill that in now. And the last number here is a 5, so we can put that in straight away. 5 across here, 5 across here, and 5 up here means that's a 5 there. Okay, still missing 1, 2, 8. Alright, what's down here? 1, 2, 8. Okay, down here is 1, 2, and 8 in these 3 squares, either from counting along this column or from looking in this box. It doesn't matter, of course, it's the same thing. 2 and 8, here we have 2 and 8. This square can't be 2, can't be 8. There's only one number left. It's got to be a 1. Right, now this has to be a 2, doesn't it? Because now the 2 blocks here, and so that's our 8 there. Now that we've got that, 8 across here, 8 across here, that's our 8 there. This 1 blocks along here, and that's our 1 there. Missing numbers now are 5 and 9, but we can't quite tell which is which here because we don't have any intersecting 5s or 9s just yet. Missing numbers here are 1, that's got to be here because this is blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's a 9. Now the revving engine is coming closer. Okay. Hopefully this is not too loud for you. It is annoying for me, but often the microphone doesn't quite pick up this kind of sound, but I hope it's not too disturbing for you. But I need to get doing this as I have to go to work, so this is very early here in Thailand. I want to get it done and get the answer out just in case anybody's stuck before I head off to work. There's only one number left in this row. It's a 1, so there it goes. Okay, there must be some easy stuff I'm missing here, but as I am missing it, it's not easy, is it? What I mean is some stuff that you can see that I haven't noticed yet. Sevens. No. Oh, okay. So in that case, since I can't see anything easy, and I don't want to wait forever, I should start filling in some candidates. That means pencil marks, if you prefer. 7 blocking along this column here, 7 blocking this row here means that either this square or this square will have to be a 7. This 5 blocking along this row here and this 5 blocking here means that either that square or that square will be a 5. 6 blocking along here means that either that square or that square will be a 6. Um, 8 along here and 8 here means that that's got to be an 8. And also means that one of these two squares must be an 8, because this 8 blocking along here, these 8s blocking along here gives us a pair of 8s up here. This 1 blocking along here, 1 blocking here means that that's a pair of 1s there. We have a pair of 1s candidates here because 1 here, and 1 across here. 9 blocking down here, 9 blocking up here. So that's a pair of 9s there. We're not going to end up with a single here, are we, by any chance? No, not quite. It's 2. It's not quite going to work. No, okay. So it's slightly more involved than is often the case. Okay, I found a number. This 9 block in this column, we don't yet have a 9. This 9 blocks this square. This 9 blocks this square. So that at the top there has to be a 9. Now, since we can see 8 or 1 penciled in, this is why pencil marks are so helpful. Since we can see 8 or 1 penciled in, and we just see one more empty square now that we filled in that 9, we know this has to be an 8 or a 1 also. If this is 8 or 1, as we've got 2 numbers penciled in, then this is also going to be 8 or 1, can't be anything else. But look, we've got a 1 blocking here, so that's got to be our 1 clearly down here, and that's got to be an 8. So this is why we use pencil marks. Now this will have to be a 1. Remember, we can remove these candidate ones. Back down here now, 6 across here, 6 across here, and 6 in the middle gives us a pair of 6s in those locations, matching the 6s that we have up here. Okay, this 1 now, blocking up this column, this 1 across this row gives us a 1 in that square there. The 7 blocking here gives us a pair of 7s in those 2 squares. The last number there is 2, which we know nothing about just yet, so we'll leave that for the moment. I want to come back to this region here. I have a feeling this might be useful. So let's see what's missing. We have a 1. We don't yet have a 2 or a 3. Okay, I've just noticed that 3 is in fact a number we can fill in now. Okay, so 3 down this column, 3 up this column, and a 3 across here. So that is a 3 just there. Do you see it? 3 blocking here, 3 blocking here, 3 blocking here, and we just overwrote a 6 there. So that means that it was part of a pair in this segment, and here it is here. Now I'm overwriting an 8, so we can fill in the 8. Now I'm overwriting a 9, that's a 9. I'm overwriting a 7, that's a 7. The last number here is 2. Okay. Now this 6, we had a pair of 6s here. That can't be true anymore. That has to be 6 now. Okay, there's 1 number missing in this column. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 7. We don't have a 7, so we'll fill that in. And now we do. We know that that can't be 7. That's a 7. We're overwriting a 5. That's a 5, so that's our 2, the last number there. 2 here blocks this square, so that's 2. The last number in this segment is an 8. 1 number missing here, 1, 2, it's a 3. We don't yet have a 3, so we can fill that in. 1 number missing here now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's an 8, which I could have got because I realized that I'd overwritten an 8 here as part of a pair. Missing numbers now are 2 and 9. Well, there's 2 blocks here, so that 2 has to go there, the 9 goes there. This 9 blocks this square here, allowing us to put the 9 there, and the last number is 5, and that's our medium level puzzle done. This is somewhere between easy and medium, I guess, something like that. Thank you very much for joining us. Please subscribe to the channel. Watch out for the Sudoku video if you haven't watched it already. There's a link to it coming up at the end. And hope to see you again tomorrow for more Sudoku. Thank you very much. Bye bye.